Okay, good evening, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor News. News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you in some way. That will hopefully alleviate your sour or sad feelings of Clara Oswald's departure. And it's still resonating like mad. There's still crazy articles running about how people were traumatized. And someone even put up today about someone wound up in a fetal position, shocked on the floor. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, you know? Considering what our generation grows up with on regular television these days, I think that death was comparatively mild in comparison. Yeah, and especially when they edited out the scream and whatnot. I had a little fun with that. I made a little parody video. I was hoping just to cheer people up. Don't take it the wrong way. I may even include it here. You may have already seen it. But okay, let's go ahead. Let's get into the news. Let's just hop right in, shall we? And there's a lot of it tonight. So, like I said, a little bit of a warning. There might possibly be a little bit of spoilers. It's just, but okay, I'll let you judge for yourself. Okay. There's nothing outright plot wise, but I like to give people a little warning. All right. In case I forgot to put one on the video, but here we go. Let's start off at the top. We've got some quotes from Heaven Sent, courtesy of Blogger Who. Let's run down here and take a look at them. Don't worry. It doesn't say, well, it's kind of obvious who must be saying this. It's got to be the doctor or somebody who's with the doctor, considering we know this is a one-hander. Okay, first off, one day you'll linger in the same place too long. You will sit too still, or you will sleep too deep. I'm not more than a single light year from where I was. Clara said, don't take revenge. You should know I don't always listen. My day can't get any worse. When I was a very little boy, there was an old lady who died. You've known about me for a very long time. Don't you want to know how I survived? I always imagine that I'm back in my TARDIS showing off. Can't I just sleep? Come on, teacher. Ask me questions. And of course, Heaven Sent airs at 8:05 p.m. this weekend, and it's going to be the 55-minuter. And then, of course, the final episode of the series is going to be 65. Man, it's just hard to believe we're down to the last, 2 episodes of Series 9 already. And, Series 10 has still got some weird questions being asked about what's going on with it. But so far, I've heard nothing on that. So don't go crazy yet, all right? Oh, man, I'm just, hopefully we'll hear something definite soon. Of course, I forgot to mention this. I can't believe it, that yesterday was the 52nd anniversary of Doctor Who. And it's still incredible. This show is still on and whatnot. Maybe we'll go a little bit more into that in this week's Omega Files. We'll talk a bit about it. But all right, moving on. Heaven Sent image gallery. Nothing incredibly spoilery. A lot of stuff we've already seen in the trailer and whatnot. But this image right here, stirring. If you get a chance, pop on it and it'll come up full size of that painting of Clara. It's just so touching, so stirring, and it makes you wonder what's going on with that particular thing. Is this his way of dealing with that? It's just what hell of a shock. It's been quite a while since we had a companion death on the show itself, but I forgot to bring up yesterday that in Big Finish there have been several companions who just didn't quite make it. Lucy Bleed Miller, who went out literally in a blaze of glory. There was Tamsin Drew. There was also Kara's, amongst others. So, yeah, we've had a few companion deaths, but very few on screen. Okay, Doctor Who, this is Hellbent. Okay, I'm going to take, don't worry, if you want to read the synopsis, I'll leave it up to you. So, and of course, here's a list, cast list. But what was really catching my eye, and this also brought up by Minnesota Gallifreyan, we have once again a listing for The Woman. Now, last time we had a listing like that was when Clara Bloom appeared in, I believe it was The End of Time, Part 1 and 2. And originally, that character was supposed to be the Doctor's mother, but RTD decided to back off and leave it vague and let the fans fill in for themselves who they think her character was. So, interesting that The Woman is being listed. It could be something, could be nothing. And, of course, we have Ken Bones back. I believe he was the general in the first one. Donald Sumter as the president. So, has he found Gallifrey, or is this still in his freaking head? We'll find out. And that's the synopsis for Hellbent, by the way, in case I didn't mention it. Okay. Now, if you folks haven't seen the Heaven Sent trailers or whatnot, here they are right here, linked up for you on Den of Geek. And if you want to go check them out, they're right there. Okay, this is the new publicity image that was just put out today for the upcoming Christmas special with Alex Kingston and Peter Capaldi, and apparently there's going to be a title release. Well, sometime tomorrow, so we'll have a title for the Christmas special, by the end of the day tomorrow, more than likely, from what I've heard. So, okay, moving on. Now, this article does not sound as bad as the title makes it. That this is all the Doctor's fault. It's basically goes over the episode a little bit of detail of Face the Raven, and he also goes in the I can't remember, is it a lady who wrote this? Oh, see, that's where my brain boggled, and it goes a little bit into the reasoning behind what you call it, how this happened and whatnot. Okay, yeah, Charlie Jane Anders. So if you want to go check this out, it's right here over on IO9. It wasn't a bad read. I got a kick out of it. Okay, maybe it's a lady then. Oh well, moving on. Sleep No More official rating had official consolidated rating of 5.61 million viewers. Let's see, it was the 14th watch program on BBC television, 4th overall on Saturday, and the episode finished 28th on the chart. But keep this in mind, this one right here, as long as you stay up here on this, you're pretty good. So don't even worry about that stuff yet. And remember, this is the official consolidated rating. So, that's pretty much it for Sleep No More. But also keep in mind, it does not include those watching online via iPlayer. And that's been playing a big factor in this series, and nobody's recognizing that. All right, Face the Raven had an AI of 84, which was the highest score for Saturday on the 5 main channels, was for Field of Dreams on ITV, which was 87. So not too bad. They didn't do it. And of course, this is a return to form for Doctor Who following last week's episode, Sleep No More, which scored, did I say, no, it's Face the Raven had an AI of 84. Did I say Sleep No More? Sorry about that. So Sleep No More had 78, and that's, the lowest in quite a while. So Face the Raven, AI 84, in case I bungled it. All right, moving on. Australian overnight ratings for Face the Raven and final ratings for the Zygon Inversion. Okay, now we had 481,000 viewers in the 5 major capital cities in Australia, and this was written by Australian screenwriter Sarah Dollard and was the highest rating ABC drama of the day, 11th highest of the day overall, and of course, once again, does not include iView, regional, or time-shifted viewers. Now, meanwhile, including time-shifted viewers, Zygon Inversion averaged 596,000 consolidated viewers. Now, with 130,000 extra viewers, it was the 3rd highest time-shifted program of the day, 13th highest rating program of the day overall. Once again, does not include iView or regional viewers or regional time-shifted viewers. All right, moving on. 52 years of broadcasting, Doctor Who, and this is a nice little thing here. Be sure to go check this out. I figured I better bring this up and share this with you because it was an important day. For some reason, nobody remembers the years in between, like, the big tens, like, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, stuff like that. So 52 years of broadcasting. Nice little article here by Chuck Foster. All right. See, Moffat finally reveals why John Hurt replaced Chris Eccleston in the 50th anniversary special. I don't even know why I put this up. I originally was going to drop this article because it's just basically the same thing we heard 2 years ago. It was that Chris Eccleston said no. But what I like about it is Stephen Moffat goes into a little bit of detail here and says basically Eccleston contacted him personally because he didn't feel it would be right to just talk through agents, and just say, oh, no, don't worry about it, and get it from a second person or third person. So he contacted himself. They talked about it, and he just told him, no, I don't want to do it. And it goes into a little bit about some other things that went on. Basically, he even said at one point the only actor they had signed for confirmed at that point was Jenna Coleman, and one of the original concepts for the 50th anniversary special was just basically going to be around Jenna Coleman. So that was going to be, it's an interesting story. Be sure to go check this out. Okay, the awkward moment. This was just added in for kicks. Apparently, this took place at the Australian festival. What do you call it? The trio who call themselves the Time Wasters. This was Peter Capaldi, Stephen Moffat, and Mark Gatiss. Capaldi. I got to get used to doing that. The trio called themselves the Time Wasters, but didn't know their timey-wimey stuff. and they came in third place in the Doctor Who pub quiz at in Australia. So, and there's also a cute little video of them right here, and like that, even Osgood herself couldn't resist the temptation to rub it in their faces. Okay, and lastly for today, Karen Gillan says the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is going to be rarely brilliant. Apparently, she's must have had a look at the script. They're definitely not shooting yet. The movie is not going to be coming out till like sometime in 2017. So, all right, during a panel at the Heroes and Villains Fan Fest this past week in San Jose, Gillan spoke about her experience with the first Guardians of the Galaxy and her excitement for the sequel. She goes, quote, "I've read the script. I haven't talked to anyone about it, which is frankly really frustrating because I want to talk to everyone about it, but I can't. I just know it's going to be really brilliant, and I feel like everyone's going to like it." Okay, so that's all I had for the day. It looked like a lot of things, but I'd like to leave these folks. I'd like to leave these for you folks out there to pretty much watch yourselves. So, oh well, it's been a long one, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here if I really start rambling, because I saw some really nonsense articles again today about Peter Capaldi, and it really ticked me off about some idiot was writing about how at the Doctor Who Festival he felt Capaldi could have been more active, because Sylvester McCoy was, and that he felt Capaldi was not, more responsive to the fans. I'm like, dude, if you knew half the stuff that Peter Capaldi has done, for the fans, you wouldn't even be writing this suck-ass article. And I'm not even going to bring it up here because I don't want this jackass to think he's, getting, actual feedback from this garbage that he's peddling. But, you folks out there who've seen it today, you know which article I'm talking about. Oh, well, I'm going to get on out of here before I really go mad. So take care, ta-ta, enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget, Thanksgiving is upon us, and soon we'll face the wrath of the turkey. So take care, ta-ta, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out of here.